Hi, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for July. This is Virtual Tarot, and I am Ava. I'm so glad you could make it to the reading today, and thank you very much for all the beautiful emails that you sent me last month. They were so encouraging, so loving, so sweet, and they touched me deeply. Thank you. What I do here is I divine the future through a 4-card spread. If you're new, let me explain just a bit. The first card will represent the overall energy of the month. The second card is your challenge. The third card is the unexpected. The fourth card is the outcome, or perhaps a commentary, I say, on the other 3 cards. And through these aspects of our life, we can get a sort of a total picture of what might be coming up for us. And I have Scorpio rising. So I also have a new website, hopefully by the time this comes out, and it is called grandcentralhealing.com. There's a link below if you'd like to visit that, where I say all tracks lead to healing. All the tracks I have traveled on: yoga, diet and nutrition through vegan alkaline cooking and such, you can find there. And I have a new service as well, spiritual counseling. I'll tell you about it later. I prefer to start the reading because I'm very excited about the possibilities. I'm Scorpio rising, after all. So let's start the process. First, we shuffle the cards, and you can learn along with me, Scorpio. I say this to every sign. You can learn along with me by listening to the interpretations of the cards and their relationship to each other within a spread. And this is only 4 cards. A 4-card spread is a simple spread, and is one that can be used very well then to teach you what the relationships are between the cards as well. So then we put it down, we make 3 piles, and then we assemble those piles, and then we're ready. And that's all there is to it. And you can take as much time or as little time through in that process as you wish, Scorpio. So I want to get to it. Oh, all right. So to begin with, Scorpio, I'm so excited because, again, I'm Scorpio rising. This is the 4 of swords upright. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. It's Jupiter in Libra. Jupiter, the planet of benefit, of abundance, of joy, of gifts, in Libra, the sign of balance, justice, equality, harmony. So could that be not a better union of symbols for us? So you see, the swords represent the realm of the mind, and consequently at the 4, which is like a square, like a cube, like the 4 corners of the earth, it is the sign of earth itself, stability. It's a return to mental balance, consequently. The powers of your mind, the intellect, thought, the heated analyses that go on in our mental terrain, shall we say. Those storms of the intellect, storms of thought, settle down and become placid, tranquil, calm. The seas after the storm. Like a mirror. reflecting the blue sky that's cleared, you see. So it's a truce. It's a putting down of arms. It's a balancing of powers. It's bringing in concordance to that which was dissonant. This is removing yourself from the battle, the conflict, to achieve an inner healing of mind and body. Coming to terms with what you've been through quiet meditation and reflection. This is the energy that you'll feel in the month of July. I see what I mean. You couldn't find a better medicine for what has ailed the Scorpion. So let's see what is in the position of challenge. And look at that, another card of peace. That's the Knight of Cups. He's the gentle knight, you see. He's the peacemaker. He's the champion of forgiveness. He restores harmony. Not with the sword, but with poetry, with diplomacy, with acting on his feelings, being responsive to his own feelings, and championing there's a hard word to pronounce, championing love. So Scorpio, that's your challenge. Your challenge is to restore peace and love and harmony, to go with your gut, to feel and to act on your feelings, to creatively open up and don't be afraid to idealize your life, your love, your partner, your relationship. Idealize it. This is about being idealistic. They say that idealism is not productive or can't secure you within the practical, mundane world, but it can. Ideals are how society advances. Ideals are how you as a spiritual entity evolve to create ideals and to live by them. So this is your challenge. So let's move on. we have the Knight of, the King, the King of Wands as the unexpected element in July. Can you see that? If you know the card. This is interesting. You take control here. Unexpectedly, you take control of something. You take control of either just your life in general, or if it's an enterprise, a project, a organization, a group, a family. You take charge. You control. You're put in a position of control, or you assume that position. But also, you express this leadership through originality. You do it your own way. You take a unique approach, and you aggressively, confidently express that originality and inspire others with it as well. You set an example through the courage to be original. It takes a tremendous courage to do things originally, because the world is made by the organization of people within groups, within organization, within countries, families, companies, and to belong within any one of these groups, organizations, conformity to the ideals, conformity to the tenets of that particular group or organization is fundamental. So it's no wonder that to be original is, in a sense, to rebel from the group. And that's what's called here the unexpected element. Unexpectedly, you either are put in a position where you must do that, or where you desire to do that and are successful with it. That's good. Scorpios are highly original and courageous too. So, yes, and look where we are now at the end. This is the outcome. And what we have is the Two of Cups upright. The theme continues with, the King of Wands has injected a certain amount of verve and energy and unexpected leadership situations. But ultimately, the spread is about love, peace, balance, and harmony. And this continues here because the Two of Cups is happiness achieved in partnership, relationship. And it could be with another or even within a group. This is a celebration of success and victory in partnership, in relationship. This speaks of a beautiful relationship that you will experience, whether new or a previous relationship, partnership. it's also about truce, the same way that the Four of Swords was about truce. About the Knight of Cups is also about truce. This is about a truce. Putting down weapons, joining forces instead of fighting one another, pledging to one another, reunions, and the balancing of disparate powers. But partnership, the strengthening of partnership, is what this is about. And so, it is, the entire reading is about being creative, finding peace of mind, creating internal and external harmony, peace, love. The whole reading is about love, really. The various ways in which we can become more loving, more forgiving, more tolerant, more accepting of others for their foibles, for their mistakes, for their... This is forgiveness. All right. I'm going to leave it right there so that I can proceed to tell you a little bit about Scorpio. I love Scorpio. I wouldn't have chosen it as my rising sign, as I believe that we all choose our signs, rising sign, our life, our mother, our father, our life circumstances are chosen reincarnationally before we come into this existence. And each of the astrological signs is a rung in the evolution of our soul. We begin at Aries and we end at Pisces. At Scorpio, we have a fixed water sign, meaning that there's a fixation in this sign on a particular aspect of psychic growth. And that psychic growth happens to be the bringing into conscious awareness subconscious aspects of our personality. Those deep, even karmically deep, that is, we may have brought from our previous lives, those issues that we have to deal with in our present life. And the Scorpio is not afraid of deep feelings. And they give themselves permission to explore darker corners of their own psyche. For a Scorpio, this builds within them courage, self-understanding, and emotional growth. When successful, a Scorpio, like any person, can fail at this task. And in a sense, they may give themselves the permission to feel deep things. They may allow themselves to go into darker places, extremes of emotion. and get caught there, get lost there in emotional extremes like anger, revenge, resentment, jealousy, those darker moods and feelings can often be like an opiate. And a Scorpio may like the drama, the feeling of excitement from stirring up very strong emotions. And there's that addiction to that is the Achilles heel of the Scorpion. Consequently, it produces in the Scorpio, it can produce a swing of moods from ecstasy to deep resentment, you see. So this is the lessons of a Scorpio. But once learned, what a Scorpio has is a self-understanding that is so deep, so open and free, that they literally exude confidence, self-awareness, an intense being there that is Scorpion. When they walk into a room, you know they're there. The gravity of who they are is emitted from them. This is a tremendous thing for a Scorpio, you see. A tremendous power they wield. And that, again, is their... it can be expressed in wanting to... They know the power they have, you see. A Scorpion knows their power. They don't often... Oh, I don't want to say that. Often, not often. They are to become mature enough to use that power for the good of humanity. That's their ultimate soul's mission, is to use and harness the tremendous forces of one's emotional dimensions. They can lead with it. They can manipulate with it. They can alter reality with it. And so that's the power that's given to a Scorpio. Sometimes they simply use it in ways that don't benefit themselves. This is the task of a Scorpio, to become a master of themselves. And when that happens, they can be the leaders of the world. Oh yes, I was told that Hillary Clinton is a Scorpio. So watch out. We'll hope she's a phoenix. And that's your reading, Scorpio. I think there's enough to go on right there. And I'd like to spend maybe a few moments telling you about what's going on with me. I'm theoretically going to have a new website. Hopefully it will be done by the time you see this. And that website is called grandcentralhealing.com. The email is grandcentralhealing@gmail.com. Synchronous. As the name implies, I want to bring together the various tracks, modalities of healing that I'm familiar with, that I'm trained in, that I am interested in, and that would be the tarot, yoga, and nutrition, diet. I have a YouTube show called The Alkaline Kitchen, where I teach you how to eat with the vegan, plant-based, alkaline diet. I am hoping to make this an easy transition if you're interested in becoming a vegetarian. I have my yoga, which I've been teaching for, I hate to tell you, 45 years or so. And I will develop many poses that I believe are essential and some instruction for you there. And I will include also the tarot and everything that the tarot is to me. The videos will be found there, hopefully. And I will apply myself as best as I can to populating that area of the site as well. But what I'd like to do is to give you a new way of joining with me. The council cards will still be available. I'll try to keep doing that as best I can. There are 12 council cards that you can purchase for, I believe, $4.95, and they are a deeper revelation of the 4-card spread, including some spiritual counsel via an extra card that you can find through the link below. But if my website isn't ready and you still would be interested in speaking with me for half an hour consultation, spiritual consultation, I will provide that opportunity for you via my email, which is grandcentralhealing@gmail. Please email me any questions or concerns you might have if you're interested in getting a consultation with me. But I will then determine if my abilities and talents and services are applicable, in fact, to what you need. And if I determine that they are, I will contact you via your email and set up a time mutually agreeable to have that conversation via the phone. So that link is also provided below. I want to thank you very much for joining me, Scorpio. All my love and support to you for the month of July, and I hope I see you in the month of August. Thank you for subscribing. Please go to your rising sign and moon sign and get a more rounded, complete reading. It helps. And thank you. Namaste.